Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. I am Stephen the Medium and I'm here with Coach Elix.
Hello, everyone.
And Mark producing the show. And welcome back for us, right? Welcome back. We weren't here last week and I missed, anytime we're not here, I always miss doing the show. But we're back today. We're very happy to be here and I get to do what I love. So as we said last week, or 2 weeks ago rather, that we were heading to Florida. We had a great time. I have family. Elix has family. So it was, what's better than hanging with family? We were able to go to my niece Morgan's 8th grade graduation, who is valedictorian. So how's that?
That was awesome.
Smartest kid. And
the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. By the way, is my mic on? Because I can't hear.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me?
Through the headset? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can. Maybe you need a little higher.
I don't know.
Volume.
Feels weird, but never mind.
On Facebook, can people... well, no, they're on Facebook. I was going to say... I can hear you talk.
Yeah, if anyone's listening,
I can definitely hear you.
If you can hear me.
Definitely.
All right, let's go.
So we were able to, like I said, spend time with family. We went on my cousin's boat, which was incredible. We just had such a great time. And we went to Universal Tours, and we did the VIP tour. So if anybody is going to Universal, I know it's not cheap at all, but it is worth every
It's the only way.
To go to Universal, you've got a maximum of 12 people in the group, and you have a tour guide, and you start off with breakfast, then she just starts moving you, and you wait for no rides. There's not even 2 minutes of waiting when you get to the ride, and she's explaining all this information, and you get to go backstage, you get to ride the rides, and you get a couple of them go under and look above and see the rides above you. It was incredible.
And they give you, we start with breakfast, they come back for lunch, and it's a really generous breakfast buffet and lunch buffet.
The lunch was like this huge buffet spread.
Yeah, amazing.
With fish, with chicken, with macaroni and cheese. It just went on and on and on. It was pretty incredible. I think we had 45 minutes, and then we went back to the ride. So we did both parks. Island of Adventure we also went to. I think that's the name of it, right?
I think so.
And that was pretty amazing too.
Yeah. And we did probably about 10 rides, which is really amazing for a park like Universal, because some of these rides have hours, wait times 2 hours.
And a big shout out to Sam, who was our guide, right?
That's right.
She was really, really terrific. So it was a great time. And we stayed 2 hotels. We stayed at Clearwater the first 3 nights, and then we stayed at the Vinoy in St. Petersburg the second night. And I don't know, Mark, did you see my live when we were down there about the Vinoy? So Elix and I, the second half of the vacation, we're going to the Vinoy, which is a beautiful historic hotel, and I had no idea that there were rumors that there were ghosts that live in this hotel. So we got there, and there's 2 parts of the hotel, one that was built in the 1920s, and then a more revised second part, which was in the early 1990s. But we stayed in the historic part, the one that was built in 1920s. And just for anybody who's listening and wants to know, I'm here to tell you that there are ghosts at the Vinoy.
Yeah.
Yes, they're ghosts.
The medium would know.
Yes, absolutely. There were kid ghosts, and there was a main ghost. I kept calling him Ghosty because I didn't know what to call him. So I was oh, Ghosty's here. And just a quick story that one of the mornings around 6 in the morning, I grabbed my phone that was on the nightstand just to see what time it was. And it was I think it was 10 past 6 in the morning. But when I grabbed it, it was being charged. The wire sort of pushed the necklace that I wear, that I don't wear to, when I'm sleeping. It was on the nightstand, and I could hear it actually slide, off the nightstand and hit the ground. But I'm thinking, I'm not getting up to pick that up. So a couple of hours later, I think 8:30, 9 o'clock, we were really tired. I got up, and where was the necklace, Mark? It was back on the nightstand. And it wasn't even where I put it. It was way in the back of the nightstand, I guess Ghosty wanted to make sure it wouldn't fall again. It was the coolest thing. And I always tell people, people sometimes don't get that spirit can actually move things and do things. And that's why I say, when you find a coin, on your driver's seat, when, you get out, you come back and the coin wasn't there. It's all stuff that spirit can do, and they can manipulate the physical stuff. And this definitely was picked up. And the concierge gave us a big shout out to her, Joanne, who was incredible. She gave us like a mini private tour, and when we were walking, I asked her. I said, can you talk about the ghost? And she said that management doesn't like them talking about the ghost because they don't want people to think it's.
I know, but that's sort of dumb because that's part of the history of the hotel.
I think
they should embrace
I agree, but there's people. But I did tell her, I said, before you tell me anything, I said, the ghost told me that he plays with water if he doesn't like the person. And Elix and I saw Joanne almost choke because she said that's like the number one issue that people have said, that they get in bed and then the bathroom water goes on, they get up, they shut it off, get back into bed, and the bathroom water goes back on. So it was really cool. But, I always say ghosts get a bad rap. He was very nice. It was hard for me to understand him, so I kind of got two stories. One, that he worked there in the 20s and was fired, but then I got another story from him saying that he was looking for somebody, that during that period of time someone died, and I don't know if this was a child maybe that when the hotel opened back in the 20s, died in the hotel. I'm not really sure because it was very difficult for me to completely understand, but it was one of those stories. All I know is that for the most part, he stays very quiet. The hotel's beautiful, and I would tell anybody to go to this hotel because you may get, a little love from Ghosty, as I call him, and it was great. And I think he only bothers people that are nasty people. So nasty people stay out of that hotel. Nice people go to the Vinoy, because he was very nice to me, and he actually said that he very much loved the concierge. And after talking to her, and of course I read her because that's what I do, right? She was very, very connected and believed in spirit. So it wasn't a surprise. And when I told her, she kind of applauded. She clapped her hands, and she was very thankful that Ghosty liked her. So, but overall, it was a great, great vacation. But I have to say it was too hot. It was
my God!
Hot.
Here we are
hot.
In this beautiful setting,
it
the beach, St. Pete's,
hot.
And all he did was. It's hot. It's too hot. It's too hot.
It was 94, 95 degrees.
God.
That is too hot. Even walking outside, it's like you get punched in the face with heat. So, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it was very, very hot. I loved the time there. I loved spending time with my family, with your family. We had the best time.
And with me.
Yes. Were you there?
Yeah. and then when we got back, it was cloudy, rainy, cold. And as soon as we got into the airport, here's Stephen. Oh, this is glorious. This is my type of weather. What's wrong with this picture, people?
Well, I'm not a summer person, so, But I'm sure everybody else. Well, listen, there were even people complaining in Florida, right? I mean, the concierge said, this is ridiculous. It's not even summer. The guy parking our car said the same. No matter if you love heat, I'm sorry. 95 degrees is too much. Walking outside, it's too much. I couldn't even breathe. So, but I did have a great time. So people in Florida, I love you. I'm just not thrilled with the weather. That's what it's all about, right? So, but everyone kept saying that this was unusual this early, and as a matter of fact,
it is unusual.
Well, as a matter of fact, we were walking through the park and to head someplace, and I heard some guy say to someone, "It's nice out. The summer heat hasn't started." I wanted to say, "The summer heat hasn't started. How hot is it in the summer here?" All right, listen, we got to take a break, and we'll be right back. And that's all it takes is a lot of love. I love listening to that music. It's the only music I'm going to ever use. I just thinking, I can't believe July 25th, which is right around the corner, is going to be a year I started this program. And Mark, you were the week before, right? It's it doesn't feel like it's almost a year, right? I mean, we're going into June.
So, Mark, are you going to bake a cake?
Yeah.
Am I going to bake a cake?
Yeah.
No, his mother is.
Yeah,
you're just going to see the way his
will.
mother cooks
Maybe
and
she
bakes. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It just goes by so fast. It's pretty funny. So, all right, do we have calls? Okay, let's start this up. Hello, this is Steven.
Hello, Steven.
Hi, who's this?
Can you take a guess?
Are you testing me because I'm a medium and I should know who this is?
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really good. I got it. Frank.
I'm a woman.
I'm kidding. I could tell you're a woman. I'm kidding. But I have no idea. So tell me your first name.
This is Heidi.
Heidi from Facebook?
Heidi from Facebook.
Heidi, how are
I got
you?
you on that one, huh?
Well, you did. So did. And of course I knew you were a woman. I'm just playing with you. So, Heidi, how are you?
I'm good.
I've never met Heidi. I know Heidi is someone who's always on Facebook Live, which I love. And it's your aunt that you always say this is like happy hour, right?
Yeah, she's out on happy hour right now. She's not at home today. She's doing a real happy hour.
Well, that's very nice. But I know you're not
she's
calling.
She's listening.
I was going to say I know you're not calling just to say hi, even though hi. But let me do a little reading for you, Heidi. So, wow, Heidi. I'm pausing because it's been several weeks that I've actually tuned in to somebody that is really, really, really connected, which you are. But I just heard. Oh my God, I can't even keep up with who's here. There's so many people, Heidi. But someone just said to me that you.
Pick somebody good.
What was that?
Pick somebody good.
You didn't start happy hour at 4, did you? Just kidding.
No, I don't. I'm not drinking.
I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
No, I know.
I just heard somebody say that you have no idea how connected you are. So Heidi, so let me. I don't even know where to start. Let me start with this. There's Heidi. They keep showing me a birthday anniversary, something really close that's coming. You got something really, really close. When I see a bouquet of flowers, it's either birthday, anniversary, celebration, something that just passed, coming up, graduation. What's really close? It could be an anniversary, Heidi, of death. Somebody that's who's the father figure for you who's crossed? Is your dad still here?
My dad's still here, yeah.
Okay, so there's a father. Oh, I got it. There's a father figure for you. This is not a grandfather. But he's telling me that he's connected to you. He's a father, but he crossed as a young male. Somebody's a dad who left this earth connected to you. Who's Bob?
My father.
Your father's name is Bob?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So he's...
Well, his name is Robert, but they call him Bob, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Robert, Bob. So let me just tell you. So now there's a guy in spirit who he told me he's dad, and he loved being a dad, but he died as a young male, meaning that he died... He left this earth way before his time. So he's connected to the family, and if he's giving a reference to your dad, that means he's connected to your dad.
So it has to be my grandfather. He died at 70.
It could be because 70 to me is still young. So okay. So let me just make sure I got this straight. So Grandpa. So this is Dad's dad who's stepping forward. But in addition, you also have a male who's a dad who is like he's waving his arms at you like Heidi. You know. Who's the K or C name? Chris or Kristen or Kevin connected to you? C or K name. I keep getting C or K name connected. First,
I have a friend, Kevin.
But Kevin,
yeah.
Who's living? Okay, where does this young male come in that crossed? It's not Grandpa, even though your grandfather's giving a big shout out to your dad, and then also to his granddaughter, you. But there's a male who crossed. He makes me feel like he was in his 40s that crossed. Keep it with you, Heidi. I don't know if this is also. Did your father lose a brother?
No, I don't think he had a brother. No, he didn't have a brother.
All I can tell you is that this guy just keeps saying that he was a dad and he wants to get a validation, but it seems like it's connected to your dad.
He was young?
Yeah, he was, young. Yeah, I mean, you don't expect this age. However, he feels like he's like in his 40s when he dies.
Right.
But he was also a drinker, a big drinker, Heidi. Make sure you ask your dad and John, Jane, Jen. Where's the J connected to your dad? Is there I mean, not Jane, but there's a GJ name connected to your dad. And it could be middle name, Heidi. It could be last name. This young guy. And I say young guy, that crossed, just wants validations in 2 kids he had. He's got 2 kids, he keeps saying. 2 children. So just maybe it's a friend of your... Was your father in the military?
No.
He feels like he's bringing me to the military. So maybe it was a friend of your dad's that left for the military and got killed there. Make sure you ask your dad about it because he wants the validation.
He doesn't remember what he did yesterday.
What was that?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, I said he doesn't remember what he did yesterday.
Your father, you mean?
He doesn't remember my name half of the time, but yeah, I'll ask him.
Well, so maybe he'll just make it up and we'll all be set, right?
No, he'll know. He'll think about it. I'm kidding.
All I know is that he started with Bob. He started with your dad because I don't know who your dad is. So if he did, it means that he's connected. Your mom is here?
My mom's here, yes.
Because I keep getting pulled towards your mom also. And where's the 2 come in? Was she from 2? Like, did she have 2 kids? Is she from 2? Like, what's 2?
My mother has 1 child, which is me, but she has a sister, and hers too.
Run that by me again.
You said 2, which would mean, she only has 1 daughter, 2 grandchildren. No, she has more than that.
Your mother has more than 1 sibling?
No, she only. She has 2. Yes, she does.
Heidi, I know what. I wouldn't talk too much about your dad right now. It's just. So your mom has 2 siblings.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's just your because there's a grandmother stepping forward. So is this your mom's mom who's crossed?
Yes.
Okay, so she's just coming through and she's validating your mom and her 3 kids, your mom and the 2 others. That's all she's doing. It's just to say hi. The other John, Jim, Jane, John. It's on your mom's
son.
side.
That's her son. That's her. No, that's not her son. That's my mother's sister, my mother's brother, but it comes from a different. They have a different mother, same father.
What's his name?
They called him Cookie. I don't know his real name.
Well, where did the GJ come from? Heidi,
Jimmy is my uncle.
Okay. Heidi,
Donna, please do not drink when you call. Heidi,
you know what? I need a family tree with you. That's what I need. So,
I have one. Just
make sure you know that Grandma, Grandpa, all stepping forward to let you know that they're around you, Heidi. So, it's interesting. The last thing I'm going to tell you is that your grandmother, this is Mom's mom, just said that there's a loneliness you have. And this is not about physical people around. It's your grandmother just wants to make sure you know that you're not alone. And she just wants to, because your grandmother also makes me feel like sometimes you feel like you're just let down, like people just, and this is like throughout life. Just know that Grandma's just letting you know that if you could see everybody in spirit that's around you, and they're also validating. You've got such beautiful, supportive people around you. But if you can see also in spirit how many people are around you, you would definitely just have your mouth open, because it's pretty incredible, Heidi.
I'm sure.
So I'm going to leave that with you, and lots of love, and just make sure you think about this young guy, because he wants validation, and he also just said that, I think his name is David, it's a D connection, somehow connected. So just think about it.
David is my ex.
But David is still here?
Yeah.
Do you remember a young guy that was connected to you and David that crossed?
His brother.
Oh, my God, Heidi. So his brother died? Your ex's brother died?
Yeah, 2 of them died, actually.
Okay. Do you know how old they were?
His sister died, too. Didn't you say something with a C?
Yes.
His sister, Kathy.
Oh, my God, Heidi, there they all are.
Yeah.
Your ex-brother-in-law did not want this phone call to end without really you knowing who this is. So just know that all of them on your ex's side are just stepping forward and coming forward. So that's good, Heidi. You know, it may be an ex, but when you have a spirit around you, that's a good thing. It's a really great thing. And,
no, it is. It is. No,
yeah.
I know.
But who's the drinker on the ex's side?
I'm sorry?
Who drinks on your ex's side? There's a drinker.
David does. David does.
Okay. It's just a way, and David's the one that's still here.
Yeah.
It's just a way, you know.
For now.
Yeah, exactly. When I was talking earlier about the someone drinking, it was David's brother just trying to get you to go to David because he wanted validation. So I'm so happy we got to know who this was. And I got to tell you something. One of David's brothers loves you, Heidi, is always with you and is always helping you. So just make sure you keep that with you, because it really is a great thing. Regardless of what the relationship, maybe it was great, maybe it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
Just know that you got someone on your side, on the other side, that's always a plus.
Right, exactly.
Perfect, Heidi. So, listen, thank you so much for calling and watching and listening, and so much love to you, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, Heidi, and we'll be right back. And welcome back. You know, before I take the next caller, let me just tell you that if you're listening to this, and Heidi I love, and, you know, Heidi's ex-brother-in-law so bad wanted to come through, and Heidi just wasn't getting it. It's me giving the messages. It's the person receiving the messages. Nobody is to. I don't say that like Heidi's not getting it, because she should have. Not at all. It's just the way it is. And right at the last second, I'm just about to switch to a next phone call, and I just hear, "Say David." And there it is. It all worked. We all got those validations on Heidi's ex's family side, and everybody is very happy. It means so much to people when I do these readings, because I see their faces, but I can't even tell you how much it means to the other side. When they get validated, it's like for us winning the lottery. It really is. It's so important to everybody. So, all right, I will shut up now and go to the next caller. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Are you talking to me, Louise?
I am talking to you, Louise. How are you, Louise?
God. Oh, my God.
How are you?
I'm okay. Today, well, it's his anniversary today.
This is your husband's anniversary?
Yes, 3 years.
Wow, Louise, and I'm sure for you, it's probably unbelievable that it's already been 3 years.
It's amazing. It's gone by so quickly, and nothing changes. Sometimes it almost gets worse.
You know what, Louise, and that's just it's part of it, and just knowing, knowing that your loved ones are with you, and they really just have changed physically, but every other way. It's like, Louise, I tell people a great comparison is just a caterpillar. That's a caterpillar that goes through the whole phases and then turns into this amazing butterfly. So you no longer see the caterpillar anymore, but then you have this beautiful butterfly, and that's what happens when we transition over. And to all I mean, your husband's already here. All your husband wants is for you to keep remembering that so that he's with you. If there's one person that is with you 24/7 that hasn't left you, it's your husband. But he validates, is it 2 children?
Yes.
Butch just validates the 2 and just wants to make sure that they know that he's around also. Louise, your husband, it's important for your husband to bring up things that have happened recently, just because he just wants to make sure that you know that he's here. One of the things that he kept showing me this star, this star. So keep stars. I don't know if what he's saying is like in at nighttime looking up in the sky and seeing shooting stars, or if this is something you've done before, or there's a connection with stars. But in addition to like the sky and stars, he keeps talking about, and I don't know if this has happened or not, but he keeps talking about he's going to play with the lights, like make a bulb flicker or make a bulb blow out. There's something with electricity. So I don't know. Have you seen that already?
Yes, I've seen it once. I saw something this morning, but it wasn't lights, but it was the heat. It was cool this morning, as you know.
Right.
So I went to put on the furnace to get it warm, and it wouldn't even work on 80. And I laughed because I thought, well, maybe it's his way of taking my mind off of his anniversary and dealing with the furnace instead. And maybe it's that. I don't know.
Did it ever go on?
Well, I had to get somebody to come over, and it went on after they came over. It's the motor that's gone. But
wow. Well, I think what you said is perfect about, just it's just about trying to. It's really about trying to say exactly what you just surmised, Louise, is that, this is Butch. Whatever way you want to go with it, whether to keep your mind off it, it doesn't matter. It's just if you even get to a point of saying, this has to be my husband, that's what they want. But the light is not that. He keeps, and you don't have a connection with the stars? Or is there a star like necklace? What is it? He keeps showing me a star, and I automatically go to the sky because that's where I see stars. But maybe it's like a pendant, or it's a.
There were 2 things. I mean, he used to tell me that when he was young, when his mom died, he was young, that they used to say his mom was looking down from the stars. So we used to always.
Oh my God!
But I also have stars on my ceiling, and in my room that I sit in all the time, I have stars in the ceiling.
Oh my God, Louise, are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So
when they when I shut the light off, they show the light for a while, and then they go off.
Louise, I just, which is very rare, I just got your husband go through me. I just, I tell people, and it's never me, it's people that are sitting in front of me that I'm reading, when they get those shivers, and I can see it through, and I say, did you just get a shiver? And they're like, yes. I'm like, that's your loved one going through you. He thanked me because he said, this means so much to you. He just went through me, and I'm like, oh my God, your husband, I love him. And no wonder why I kept looking up in the sky and seeing stars. It's on your ceiling. Oh my God, Louise, that is so great and so cool. If that's not something for you to hang on to when you think about the 3 years, it's just a way to say, Louise, I know you would prefer me to physically be here, but please know that I am here every second. Your husband just said to me, tell my wife that this is even better for me because, when I was in the physical world, I couldn't be with her 24/7. Now I can. I can see every single thing that she's doing. So it's a great way to let you know that he's here and how much he loves you. He keeps showing me it looks to me like a jewelry box, like and someone's looking for something. Were you looking for something specific, like based on his anniversary, or Did you put something on that he bought you? Why is he connecting? He connects me to you finding something or looking for something that connects to him.
Connects to him.
You didn't just put something or recently grab something that you haven't been wearing or that he bought you to have on?
No, well, I wore his jacket all day today.
Oh, that's what it is, Louise. That's what it is. So wow. That's so wild. So you wore his jacket all day today?
Yes.
Wow. I love it. If that's not a way, again, to let you know that he's with you, Louise, he's watching everything. He knows everything that's going on. Just what's with the poison ivy? Why does
that I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea, but we certainly have it in the backyard, but I don't go near it. I just let it be as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you know what? I mean, there's a lot of places that have poison ivy, but it could be that he's just bringing it up because it's in the backyard and he's always there. He just also said to me that he wants you to know that his mother is stepping forward to give a big shout out and to say hi to you with the star thing and the story about what his mom said and she's looking down from the stars. It's just a way to let you know that she's also stepping forward to let you know that I love what she just said. She said, Tell my daughter, she just says daughter, that he's okay, that she's making sure that she takes care of him until you two reunite.
Oh, that's sweet. That is so sweet.
It is.
That could be my mother, too, but his mom died when he was 5 years old, and it was a traumatic thing for him, and
well, this is definitely not, I mean, of course, your mom, dad, everyone else is here, but this is definitely very specific that she wants you to know that you have your mother with you, but you also have a second mother with you. So she wants to make sure you know that if you're ever, looking to maybe make a decision or you're just having very sad times, make sure you reach out to her and talk to her because she's there with you too. So it's a great thing. And she was very deliberate to say, I know Louise loves her mom and she's there, but I want to make sure she knows that I'm here too. And she calls you a daughter. So, just make sure you keep that with you.
Stephen, there are days when I leave here and I say to my husband, I hate going to the market by myself, especially BJ's, and I say, make sure you take care of me. When I drive up, there is always a front row place for me to park.
I'm not surprised. And your husband just said, when we hang up in tonight, when you're sitting in that room and you look up at those stars that he brought up, just make sure you know that as you look up, he's hugging and kissing you and he's wrapping his arms around you. So I'm going to leave you with that, Louise, and lots of love.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Question?
Sure.
Are you ever going to be Dave Kane? Is he ever going to do his thing again with you or anything?
Well, you know what? Just check my website, and when something does come up, Louise, I'll let you know.
All right.
I'll just definitely will let you know.
Thank you.
All right, Louise. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. And we will be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. Louise's reading was pretty amazing. That her husband, today's the 3rd year anniversary, is showing me stars, and she has stars in the room that she sits in at night. That's pretty amazing. And as I'm doing Louise's reading, some guy in the studio, we're right at the street level. Some guy just walks by with a nip and just drinking it. It's so wild that I'm doing a reading and this guy's just having a great time, just having a little afternoon nip. So, alrighty, maybe too much information, but let's go to the next caller. Hello, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hi, Steven. My name is Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very good, and I always say this, Jeff, and not to embarrass you, but I love when guys call because I never get guys, so it's really great that you're calling, and I get to do this. So
I'm not drinking a nip. I can.
Jeff, maybe I should. I don't know. Let me see what's going on here, Jeff. Wow, Jeff. Where's the A name come in for you? living or crossed. Anthony, Ann. As soon as I tune into you, middle name, last name. Where's the Ann? It's an Ann. It's like an Anna or Angela or Anthony connected.
I haven't. Sorry to interrupt you. I have an Auntie Ann who passed.
Oh, so perfect. So no, Auntie Ann is stepping forward first. Your Aunt Ann just said to me that you would never ever have expected that Aunt Ann would be the first to step forward, and I love her. I don't know how well you knew her, but she just has a great energy, and she's just letting you know that she's here and she's stepping forward. So
okay, great.
She's always with you too, Jeff. Your Aunt Ann though tells me that there was a separation family-wise. So did Aunt Ann live away?
No, she had passed, and then her husband, my uncle, and a couple of my cousins, they moved to South Carolina. So that's the separation. They
there it is.
Here in Rhode Island, and then they have now since moved and gone to South Carolina. So that could be the separation.
Oh no, it definitely is. And this was your Aunt Ann's. This was your uncle, your Aunt Ann's husband.
Correct.
Yeah. So know that that's the move. That's the separation. So just know that Aunt Ann just wants to give a little validation that it really is her, and that after she crossed, she saw what happened, and she's just always with everybody. So and there's also Robert or Bob. Who is this connected to you?
That's my brother who passed away 3 years ago.
Oh my God, Jeff! So know that, and I'm sorry that he's not here any longer in the physical capacity. But I got to tell you something, Jeff. Your brother is he's almost bigger than life in the physical world, because he just said to me that he keeps calling I don't know where to start with him. Jeff, your brother is in tears, but happy tears, because he's so excited that you called, and he said that I made my brother call to let you so that he could come through, because he said that's who he wanted. And even if you say to me no, he's telling me you wanted him to come through. So Jeff, he sends you. I can't even tell you the number of signs he sends you every day. He keeps saying, if this doesn't resonate with you, make sure you keep this with you. The birds. He keeps saying he makes birds, anything really with wings, but he focuses on like the birds that you hear that are very connected spirit-wise, like the crows and the cardinals and blue jays. But he just said to me that recently you were driving and he had, I don't know if this was a hawk, I don't know what this was, but he said a bird came right in front of the car. So
it did actually. So
no, it's him. It's just saying, Jeff, that's me, and he said he appreciates you not hitting it. So he also connects with you with coin. He said that he leaves you coin, even though did someone have a coin collection like connected to you or collect coin?
I'm not sure about. I don't think he may have collected coins from here and there, but I don't know if he was a big coin collector. But the first part you said, Stephen, about personality and like bigger than life and all of that, he was my older brother, so that's spot on. But the coin thing, I'm not sure about. Like he was a little bit of a collector, so he may have had some coins that he collected, but I'm not entirely sure on that one.
Jeff, you know what? He's pointing. When I get spirit pointing, it means it's not him. So let me just tell you quickly. So he says that he leaves coins for you all the time. So if you're just you're getting out of the car and you look down and you see a dime or a penny, he keeps saying, "Will you tell my brother to pick the Don thing up and look at the year?" Because he said he leaves specific years on the coins, like maybe the year you were born or the year he crossed, whatever it is. But or even like in the kitchen or in the car, you leave, you come back in, and there's a coin on the seat. Make sure you watch it. But he's telling me somebody else someone had a coin collection or something with coins in your family or connected to you, either living or crossed. Somebody else had some kind of collection, so just keep it with you. There's who was the pipe smoker or cigar smoker? There's somebody, because I can feel I don't know if someone's making a cigar or someone's pushing like the tobacco into the pipe. So it's in John, George, Jim. Who's connected to you here? The G or J?
It might be a J, but I'm trying to think of who would be the cigar or pipe smoker.
Who was the J? Who's the G or J name connected to you?
Yeah, I mean, my wife's grandfather smoked a pipe, so that could be, but I'm not sure if that's it, but that's the connection I have to that.
Jeff,
his name was John.
Oh, my God. So there it is. Perfect. So know that your wife's getting a little action here, too, even though she's not talking. It's you, Jeff. So it's just your wife's grandfather stepping forward to let her know that he's here. Also, who had the business? The business, because I see cars. It doesn't mean that the business is cars, even it could be, but I see a business. I can see a business. I don't know if maybe the business is not still in existence anymore, but there's a business that started or is in existence that I keep, and I don't know if this is, to be honest, Jeff, because I just went to your wife's side. It could also be your wife's side, but there's a business. But it does make me feel like it's a car, or someone loves cars, and there's a lot of cars around.
But yeah, the brother who passed, he had a flower shop business, and then my father had a small like corner grocery store for 40 years. So there's definitely business in the family.
Perfect.
For sure. That's probably why you're seeing it.
Yeah, I just keep seeing the business, but there's also either someone is looking to buy a new car or just bought a new car. I'm on a lot, so there's a connection with the car. Either someone loved cars and had several cars, or someone just bought. No, Jeff. Who? Because I just see registration. Who just did something with a car?
My nephew just bought a new vehicle. He bought a new Jeep.
Hey, so it's your brother saying, "Listen, now I can watch everything, Jeff. I can see everything." There's also a medal or something that your brother keeps talking about. Was he left, like, when at his service, Jeff? Did someone put something on it in his pocket or in with him? What is he talking about? He tells me he just said he knows.
Yeah, it might have been either a cross for him, but when my dad passed, and when my dad would constantly be on his cell phone, so when he was buried, they put, believe it or not, strange it's going to sound, but they put his cell phone in with him inside the casket because he was constantly on it, and it was kind of like a running joke in the family. So when he was buried, they put his cell phone in.
I love it. So just know it's Dad letting you know. Well, how this works, Jeff, is that Spirit will give me something that connects to them. So it's a way that I can say it's not only your brother, your father is stepping forward. Your brother also is very funny. He must have been funny in this world, because my brother just said, "This sounds weird. You're talking to dead people. How weird is that?" Your brother's got a very good sense of humor, like very, very good sense of humor. And your brother also is, Jeff, all I can tell you is that his heart is huge in the physical world. I mean, he was very empathetic and very, very sensitive to people. I mean, he was a very special soul on this earth. But he also just said to me that he knew. I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but he knew that this was going to. He was not going to have longevity here. That he knew.
Right.
He knew that he was going to go, and for him, he just hugged you so hard and said, "Tell my bro that this was never for me about quantity. It was about quality." And Stephen, I could not have had the better. Nobody could not have had a better family than me. And the time that he spent here, how much he loves you, and he just keeps saying, and thank you for thinking of me all the time, and thank you, just thank you. So,
oh wow, that's really special.
Jeff, thank you. I'm up. We're ending the show.
Okay.
I thank your brother for having you call because he's taking credit for it, Jeff. So I'm going to leave you with that. And thank you for calling. Tell your wife. And I'm just going to leave you with a lot of love.
Great. Thank you, Stephen.
Thanks, Jeff. Bye-bye. And as I can't believe we're back and the show is over. I want to thank everybody who called. I did just want to make an announcement that I did open up my calendar. My calendar has not been open for ages, so I opened it up. There's some spots there. Some have already gone, but there's still some spots if you're interested. The great thing is for people that are not local, I do Zoom calls, which work the same way. You don't have to be in front of me. And so if you're interested in a reading, go to my website, StephenTheMedium.com. You can do that. For everybody else, Facebook Live, thank you for listening. These were great callers, great spirit. And for the handsome guy next to me, your website?
Oh, me? Oh, thank you.
You thought I was talking about Mark, right?
Well, I hope you were talking about me. Just saying. Performance Coaching by Elix.
Perfect. If you want to check him out, has an amazing business. And Mark, I'm very happy that you're back. No. I sound like Willy Wonka, stop and reverse. And he used to do that. I'm very happy that we're back and that we got to do this with you. So until next week, we'll be back. And listen, lots of love, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye, everyone.